What's up, people? How's it going? Yes, Grid Legends comes racing onto GeForce Now. We got Scars Above. Montreal and Chicago get all lit up. And Epic Games Store are opening themselves up to self-publishing. All this and much, much more in tonight's show. Roll the titles. Yokoso, 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 my lovely people. Arigato gozaimasu. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the GeForce Now Thursday Chat. I hope you're good. I hope you are well, and it's been a good week for you. Of course, we're going to have all the news, all the GeForce Now Thursday news, and other kind of related GeForce Now news as ever. Also, as ever, let me know what games you've been playing. Put it in the chat. Get involved. It is the GeForce Now Thursday Chat. It's not the GeForce Now Thursday rant, although obviously sometimes it feels like it. No, it's a chat. It's a conversation. I'm listening to you. You're listening to me. And it's a two-way thing. And that's what makes the show work. So get involved and all of that. Get into that chat. Get yourself in the chat. Don't be shy. Get yourself in there, join in the conversation and all of that. And of course, don't forget to hit the likes. I'm going to do the housekeeping. Don't forget to hit the likes. I like it. YouTube likes it. And it helps people like you find content like this. If you're watching this and it's not live, then yes, absolutely hit the likes because it really, really helps. And if you are new, well, arigato gozaimasu. Konbanwa. Yokoso. Hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I go live with shows like this and you'll never miss them. Yes, they'll always be available to you. Let's dive into the early bird chat, see who's in the chat before we rev up the GeForce Now news engines and get going. Kirk's dreaming of Starfield. He's getting the Starfield tingles. It's kind of wrong show, Xbox, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's good. It's got announced. I noticed actually. Side note, it's trending on Twitter. Starfield, interesting enough. Anyway, Crow is in the house. Hey, how you doing? And the great Torres is listening, and he's been playing Apex and starting Metro Light Redux. I love the Metro series, and I think I started Metro Light. Metro Exodus is the one I played all the way through. I think I've started the other two. Yeah, great games. I've talked about, I think, previously, I think on Stadia shows and all that kind of stuff like that. I talked about the Metro Exodus games. What I like about it is the sort of design of the camera movement. It feels much more natural. It sort of moves like some games feel like you're on rails. Yeah, even though your character, is meant to be walking or running. Sometimes it feels like they've just not put much effort into kind of the way the camera moves. But there's something about Metro Exodus that feels like it's moving in the way a human might. So the camera is almost, like how your head. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that adds an element of realism without making you feel a bit kind of, seasick or whatever. It works really well, and graphically it always looks amazing. Yeah, so that's good. Neil J is in the house. Evening, sir. Good to see you. And hey. Al Davis there. Is it Al? Is it AI? It should be AI Davis music. I don't know. Anyway, welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to see you all as ever. Before we dive into the detail and all of that, I think it's time we catch up with some of the news, a roundup of the news, ladies and gentlemen. So I think it's over to Clive. I never forget where he is. It's over to Clive in the news studio for your weekly roundup. Clive, are you ready? Yes? Okay, it's over to Clive. Take it away. Thanks, Clive. In this week's GeForce Now news, Montreal Superpod gets lit up and 8 titles come racing onto the platform, including a popular EA title. So let's go, go, go! Following on the heels of Chicago, Montreal gets its RTX4080 Superpod to bring the ultimate RTX4080 experience to Canada, which bring the number of cities on the server update map to 10, joining Ashburn, Dallas, Los Angeles, San Jose in the US, and Amsterdam, Frankfurt, London, and Paris in Europe. Now, past its halfway point, the rollout is expected to be completed by mid-year. And if you're wanting to test out the speed of your new 4080 RTX experience, how about Grid Legends on Steam and EA Store now? The racing game from EA with drama at every turn. Battle for glory with a variety of incredible cars on stellar tracks featuring iconic landmarks from the streets of London and Moscow. Navigate the world of high-stakes racing as a rookie behind the wheel with a documentary team capturing every sensational moment. Conquer hundreds of events and challenges and create a dream racing team in the unique cinematic story mode. Join up online with other legends and race against friends, or challenge them to a race designed in the race creator mode. GeForce Now members can, of course, experience it all with high dynamic range on the PC, Mac, and Shield TV for a smooth, ultra-crisp driving experience, even under intense racing conditions. If two wheels are more your thing, then how about Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6, which is a new release on Steam. Get ready to experience the thrill of high-speed, adrenaline-fueled racing in Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6, the ultimate game for motorsports enthusiasts and adrenaline junkies. In this game, you'll take on the role of a professional rider, competing against the best in the world in the most exciting races and events. With stunning graphics and realistic physics, Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6, offers an unparalleled racing experience. You'll feel the rush of wind in your hair, if you have any, as you speed around the track, pulling off daring stunts and battling it out for first place. But it's not all about speed. You'll also need to master the art of strategy and make strategic decisions to outmaneuver your opponents. With a range of customization options at your fingertips, you'll be able to customize your bike and rider to suit your style and preferences. Get ready to rev your engines and hit the dirt in Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6, the ultimate racing experience for thrill seekers and motorsports fans alike. Well, that's all okay for landlubbers, but for some, the Call of the Sea is too much. Call of the Sea is free on Epic Game Store right now. Call of the Sea takes you on a mysterious and captivating adventure to a deserted island. Embark on a breathtaking adventure through a mysterious and uncharted world in Call of the Sea, the ultimate game for explorers and puzzle lovers. Set in the 1930s, you'll take on the role of a woman on a quest to find her missing husband on a remote island. But as you delve deeper into the island's secrets, you'll uncover a world unlike any other, filled with ancient ruins, mystical creatures, and puzzles that will challenge your intellect and test your mettle. With stunning visuals and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, Call of the Sea will transport you to a world of wonder and intrigue. As you solve puzzles and uncover clues, you'll uncover the island's dark past and unravel the mystery that surrounds it. So get ready to set sail on a journey of discovery and adventure. The Call of the Sea awaits! Want to unleash your inner interior designer and turn a rundown hotel into a luxurious paradise? Welcome to Hotel Renovator, the ultimate game for interior design enthusiasts and hotel management aficionados. In this game, you'll get to unleash your creativity and unleash your inner designer as you take on the challenge of transforming a rundown hotel into that luxurious and welcoming retreat for your guests. With a range of design options at your fingertips, you'll be able to let your imagination run wild as you choose everything from furniture and decor to room layouts and amenities. But it's not all about aesthetics. You'll also need to manage your finances wisely and make strategic decisions to ensure your hotel is profitable and thriving. So, get ready to roll up your sleeves and dive into the world of hospitality as you embark on your quest to become the ultimate hotel renovator. Next, prepare to enter a world of epic battles, powerful magic, and ancient artifacts in Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. As a fearless warrior, you'll need to gather a team of skilled fighters and wizards to face off against formidable opponents in thrilling battles for supremacy. But victory won't come easy. You'll need to master the art of strategy and use your wits to outmaneuver your opponents. And with a range of powerful artifacts at your disposal, you'll be able to unleash devastating spells and summon mighty beasts to aid you in battle. Whether you're battling against other players in the arena or taking on fearsome monsters in the depths of ancient ruins, Clash, Artifacts of Chaos offers endless excitement and thrills. So sharpen your swords, gather your spells, and get ready to clash with the best of them. If you're in the mood for a whimsical journey, then Figment 2 Creed Valley is just for you. Immerse yourself in a surreal world full of music, puzzles, and unforgettable characters. As a fan of the first one, I'm really looking forward to this one. Figment 2 Creed Valley is the ultimate game for fans of whimsical adventures and mind-bending puzzles. In this game, you'll follow the intrepid duo of Dusty and Piper as they explore the fantastical landscape of the mind. But as you delve deeper into this strange world, you'll uncover a dark force that threatens to unravel the very fabric of imagination itself. Armed with your wits and your trusty weapon, you'll need to fight off fearsome foes and solve challenging puzzles to restore order to the world of the mind. With its stunning visuals and hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, Figment 2 Creed Valley will transport you to a world of wonder and magic. As you explore this strange and unpredictable world, you'll encounter eccentric characters and unlock the secrets of the mind. Feeling ambitious? Then join the entrepreneurial world of Big Ambitions, where you can start your own business empire and climb to the top of the corporate ladder. Get ready to chase your dreams and make it big in Big Ambitions, the ultimate game for those with an insatiable hunger for success. In this game, you'll start from humble beginnings and work your way up the ladder of success, taking on challenges and overcoming obstacles along the way. From building your own business empire to climbing the ranks in the corporate world, Big Ambitions offers endless opportunities for you to shine. But success won't come easy. You'll need to be strategic, make smart decisions, and stay one step ahead of the competition. With a range of customizable avatars to choose from and a variety of career paths to pursue, you'll be able to live out your wildest aspirations and achieve greatness in the world of Big Ambitions. So get ready to take on the world and make your mark. The sky's the limit. Scars Above was slightly delayed, but you may have noticed it's already in the GeForce library. Prepare to embark on an intergalactic adventure like no other in Scars Above, the ultimate game for sci-fi and action enthusiasts. In this game, you'll take on the role of a space explorer on a mission to investigate a mysterious alien planet. But as you journey deeper into the planet's dark and dangerous depths, you'll encounter terrifying creatures and face off against deadly enemies, armed only with your wits and your arsenal of weapons. With stunning visuals, immersive gameplay, Scars Above will transport you to a world of danger and excitement. As you fight to survive and uncover the secrets of the planet, you'll upgrade your weapons and equipment, gaining new abilities and becoming even more powerful. With a gripping storyline, thrilling combat, Scars Above offers endless excitement and adventure. So get ready to blast off into the unknown and explore the mysteries of the universe in skies above. The fate of the galaxy is in your hands. So there you go. Let us know what you think of those titles landing this week on GeForce Now in the chat. And with that, it's back to Clive live in the studio. Clive, it's back to you. Sorry, you didn't hear me. I didn't have it. I had it on mute. All right. Thank you anyway. So there you go. Tell me what you think of those games. I was the more I think about it, there's actually more interesting games than I actually sort of originally thought. Obviously, Grid Legends is I guess the big hitter. Another title from EA, albeit ex-Codemasters, as it were. But, another game from EA. Good to see. We're getting more games from EA on GeForce Now. I had a quick check. I had a quick check on GeForce Now, actually, of the EA games. And it does seem a rather sort of random selection of games. There's a few Battlefields on there, old Battlefields, Battlefield 2042, Apex Legends, obviously, Star Wars Battlefront 2, The Two of Us. Oh, my mind goes blank on another game that was one of my favorite games. Anyway, Mirror's Edge. So some sort of random games like that. So it was quite interesting. But obviously, Grid Legends is the big hitter in there. But listening to Clive read the news and watching it again, I have to say, so Figment 2, Creed Valley, I really enjoyed the first Figment. A bit frustrating, some of the puzzles, and very weird and surreal, which I guess you would come to expect, considering it's a journey into the mind. So, yeah, Figment 2 Creed Valley does look very interesting. And as Neil J points out, local co-op. Indeed it does. It has online co-op, not supported, sorry. Local co-op, 2 players. The companion bird Piper, so you're playing as Dusty and Piper. The companion bird Piper can be controlled by another human. Dusty and his ever-optimistic sidekick Piper must travel to Creed Valley. And you can join in locally, or a friend can join in locally and play as Piper in it. So that's very interesting. And then Call of the Sea, actually watching that back, visually it looks really interesting and intriguing. Again, a puzzle game. So that sort of piqued my interest a bit. And the more I see of Scars Above, the more, if that's got a good sort of story to hook you in, I think that's quite interesting. So at first glance, you just think, oh, Grid Legends and maybe. But actually, I think if you dive deeper, there's some really interesting games in there. Some certainly interesting games that, given the chance, I wouldn't mind delving into. One of them, I forgot which one now, is free on Epic Games Store. But we'll come to it. We'll go over the games again a little later. But let me know. Let me know in the chat which ones that you're interested in, or none at all. Just in terms of the lighting up the lights, as it were. So we can roll the little animation. There we go. So as you can see there, we've got now, like right across the center of America there. I think that's, I don't know if they've got, we'll come to actually check where the other servers are. Presumably a bit further up on the west coast, like Seattle or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're halfway there apparently in terms of the GeForce Now servers. Bear in mind, GeForce Now partner with other sort of suppliers in other territories. So their servers, if they get upgraded, would be much further down the line, I imagine. But in terms of GeForce Now's own servers. They're kind of halfway through in terms of having them all upgraded within the 6 months. So they're sort of already halfway through with San Jose, Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, Montreal, Ashburn, and in Europe, a nice little sort of almost square there, London, Amsterdam, Paris, Frankfurt, again, presumably down in Spain. But I actually do have, I was looking, I've got a picture. This might give an indication here of where, let's just take that off. Okay, so here you see these are these dots are I believe, the ones that don't have the line. These are partners, as you can see. So, albeit GFN.am is the name of the company. Game Plus in Turkey, SoftBank in Japan, Taiwan Mobile in Taiwan, Singapore is StarHub, and Pentanet, sorry, in Australia. Supply the kind of servers there. But if you look in America, yeah, you see, look, a bit further up here. If I just trying to get my geography right. So we've got Los Angeles. Oh no, we've got, so there's one further down, maybe like a San Diego. So that looks like, you probably can't see my mouse, but this looks like Los Angeles. This looks like San Jose, and then there's another one up there and one a bit further down, like San Diego or Baja, California. Not that I know my geography. No, that's off this little leg bit, isn't it? And then you've got what looks like Florida. So you've still got a few in America to come on board. And then, so there's your nice little square, as I said. In the middle, you got your London, Amsterdam, Frankfurt, and Paris. So Scandinavian one, and then more Eastern Europe one, by the looks of things. And South America is Abia. So there's still a few of the GeForce Now ones in America, and I think maybe one more in Europe, Southern Europe, sort of Southeast Europe, to come on, based on this map of the regions in which the GeForce Now network covers. So yeah, that's just quite interesting. Let me know whether you benefit from the recent. Are you in Canada? You know, do you benefit from the fact that Montreal gets its RTX 4080? And of course, Chicago, it came on last week, as it were. So yeah, I just thought I'd go through those things, and then, as I say, looking at the games. So, of interest for me here, Grid Legends. I enjoyed Grid when it was on Stadia. Remember, like, you had like 40 players online. It's a big kind of thing that exclusive to Stadia. I remember that was great. Sonny used to do his, you know, his race. Everybody join in and do his live streams. Great fun. Figment 2, as I said. While I'm thinking it, Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, the characters in that look weird. They almost look like procedurally generated mashups of creatures, don't they? I double checked. I don't think they are procedurally generated. They're just like crazy mashup designs. But they're sort of really weird looking characters, you know, creatures in Clash, you know, so that's what made me think that they also, you know, could be procedurally generated in that kind of weird way. But yeah, Figment 2, Creed Valley, Call of the Sea, as I said, looks really, that's it, Call of the Sea, free of on Epic Games. I'm going to get that. I'm going to give that a go. Yeah, definitely free on Epic Games. Let's get it. And then Scars Above on Steam. As they say here, what are your top 3 games right now? Out of that list, put it in the chat. Pick 3 of these games. Hotel Renovator, Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, Figment 2, Creed Valley, Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6, Big Ambitions, Call of the Sea, and Grid Legends and Scars Above. I want to know what 3. Oh, it's a bit low for you, is it? Did I nudge something? Let me just check my sound settings. Oh no, it's normal level. Maybe I'd walked away a bit. Audio level had dipped. Maybe that's weird. Shouldn't have dipped. Microphone's on. Levels all the same. Sound settings. My normal levels. Yeah. How's it now? Let me know. Let me just check the filters. I'm gone crazy. Limiter 9. Crazy. Just sorted it. Okay, good. You turned the sound up. Thank you for letting me know anyway. But anyway, as I said, pick your, out of those 8 titles, I want to know your top 3. Put it in the chat. Hotel Renovator, Clash, Figment 2, Monster Energy, Big Ambitions, Call of the Sea, Grid Legends, Scars Above. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be interested to know. So put that in the chat. I'm just going to check something. I did ask a question for this next thing. I'm just going to see if anybody answered it. No. Okay. That's fine. So the other thing I noticed, I just wanted to share with everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is I noticed this Epic Game Store launches self-publishing tools for game developers. So let me know whether you think this is GeForce Now will benefit from this, because obviously Epic Game Store is one of the major libraries that GeForce Now support, as it were. And so it's a good avenue, a good source of potential games. So Epic Game Store here have launched a self-publishing tool for games developers and publishers. So we need to ask ourselves, and I'd like to know your thoughts. Is this a good thing? Or are we just going to get potentially, are they just opening the floodgates to quantity over quality? I don't know. Today we're launching self, and will it have an impact on GeForce Now? I mean, I'm not sure how the opt-in. I mean, presumably, if they're on, the more games that are on Epic Game Store or on Steam that then can opt in, the better, arguably. So it could have an impact on GeForce Now. I have asked them. I am waiting for them to respond to me. Today, we're launching self-publishing on the Epic Game Store. These tools enable developers and publishers to efficiently release games, maintain their store presence directly, and reach a growing audience of over 68 million monthly active users. This is ideal for sort of small, independent developers and publishers. Use the Epic Developer Portal to release your game using our new self-service publishing tools. The tools are available to any developer or publisher with games meeting the store's requirement. So you sign up, build and publish are coming soon, build and test and rate your game, submit the game for review, so it's still got to be reviewed, and then launch your game. Reach a global audience of 200 million plus users. Keep 88% of the revenue. So they only take a 12% share. That is pretty good. I guess if you're self-publishing, that means they don't have to do any work. So what they're looking for, notable requirements include PC crossplay for multiplayer games, Support crossplay across all PC stores, so you can't shut out other Epic Game Store achievement and game quality. Just be consistent in terms of launching. So yeah, are we likely to see a flood of low quality games, or will it give us the opportunity to discover kind of interesting games? And will it mean that it sort of increase the potential amount of games that come to GeForce Now, since, as I say, they support the Epic Game Store? So it just means, you know, developers and publishers are on a library that's supported. So as long as they opt in to GeForce Now, we could see those games. I'd be, you know, interested to know your thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen. Put it down. Put it in the... Right, let's see what... Any news? No. Oh, Jonathan, any news on the Xbox games landing on GFN? No. Oh, gosh. I keep hoping. To be honest, I'll be honest with you. I don't have any inside information on this particular subject, other than they're working on it. Yeah? They're working on it. Part of me, and again, I think it was more wishful thinking, is that we might see one or two. Maybe their approach is to have a handful straight out the bat, a handful of Xbox Game Pass. No, sorry, not Game Pass games. Xbox PC games off the bat, rather than just do one at a time. Maybe say, okay, here are 3. I don't know, but no sign yet. But yeah, it's like waiting for it. We're waiting for it. Yeah. The Humble Bundle choice is good this month for GFN users. Well, let's check that out. Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle choice. Is that the subscription? You've got Jurassic. There we are. Look. Mutants and Dinosaurs. You've got Biomutant and Jurassic World Evolution 2. Free with your membership. I'm just checking all the games. Golden Light. Biomutant. Edge of Eternity. Biomutant always looked like a good game. Is Biomutant on GeForce Now? I'm just looking at it. I've never really got into Humble Bumble. I need to kind of explore it a bit more. Now I'm playing more PC games. Nerd. Definitely. The majority of games, indeed they were. Figment 2, Creed Valley, Scars Above is a little delayed, but I think that was a newish game. Let's go back to them. Yeah. New release. So Hotel Renovator, new release. Clash Artifacts, new release. Figment 2, new release. Call of the Sea, free. Grid Legends has been about, and Scars Above Steam been out. It's not been out that long, I don't think, Scars Above. But anyway, Neil J agrees. Call of the Sea look good. Grid, I think I had my fill on Stadia, unless Grid Legends is much better. I think it's slightly different, Grid Legends. It still has that arcadey race feel to it, but I'm curious what the main differences are. This is sort of a story element and stuff like that. Clark, could you check if your audio is at the right levels? That's interesting that it went down because everything was normal here. Maybe it was something to do with the stream. Unless I was talking over here. Maybe like if I lean over here, you see, it's very directional mic. Because podcast, I should hold it about here and talk like this, and then you get that real podcast sound if I talk like this close to the mic. But what happens if I move away a bit, you'll lose a bit of the sound like that, you see. So I apologize if I'm, I bought this because it's a really recommended mic, but then I realized that I do have a habit of moving my head a lot. So a more condenser mic would have been slightly better than I forget what this type's called. Begins with D. Brain's gone dead. Anyway, directional. There we go. I don't know if this makes sense for GeForce to upgrade servers to 4090 tier that takes 6 months when within a year, let's say 5000 GPU comes out. Yeah. Maybe they just jump a generation, maybe it's worth it. I mean, yeah. Part of me thinks, it's a bit like some iterations of phones. There's this always in-between year. Like I used to upgrade my phone every 2 years, and I used to try and time it where the upgrade was substantial. Because what you used to think, the phone companies, an iPhone and Google Pixels to a certain degree, Samsung's as well, tend to, what they do after the first year, they say a brand new phone, but it's like the previous phone 0.5, plus 0.5. It's like a minor upgrade. Whereas if you wait for the next phone along, it tends to be a much bigger leap. So maybe it makes sense for them to do that. I don't know. I mean, they can't. Surely they just can't, upgrade every year. I mean, who really, who in the PC gaming world? Those that have a 4080 or a 4090, they're going to be in the top tier, aren't they? They're really hardcore PC gamers. So we're very lucky and privileged as people who play in the cloud to be able to play games on an RTX 4080. Because, who of us, other than the really hardcore PC master race, who of us are going to go out and buy a 4080 for a gaming PC? In fact, many of us don't have gaming PCs because that's why we use GeForce Now. So, but yeah, maybe it's interesting to at what rate they will upgrade. Excuse me, hiccups. I had a sandwich before late. I was in the old smoke today. So rushing back to be with you guys live on Thursday nights. The other thing, of course, in the news, ladies and gentlemen, the newest season of Year 8 on Tom Clancy. Let me just go to the news. Operation Commanding Force is the newest season of Year 8 for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, now available for members to stream. The update brings a new attacker named Braava, equipped with the Kludge Drone, a gadget that can disrupt enemy electronic devices and even take over some of them to turn the tides of the battle. There was another upgrade as well for a different game. I can't remember what it is now. But anyway, there we are. Fans of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I've not played Rainbow Six Siege on GeForce. I'm just thinking, have I? No, I haven't. Not on GeForce Now. Obviously, I've played it on Stadia and stuff like that, but not on GeForce Now. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think about what Christopher Torres has said there. What do we think? I mean, we shouldn't be wishing for next Christmas already. But what do we think the next upgrade will be? I mean, if you say the plan is to have rolled out, as they say here, now past its halfway point, so another 8 or 9. The rollout, so there are 10 10 server upgrades so far. So I would say roughly another 8 or 9. What if that tallies with my picture? I've closed it. Another, I say 8 or 9. Now it's completed by mid-year, so completed by June, towards the end of June. So the starting point, really, you need to measure from. I mean, how did the rollout of 3090s go? Over what period of time was that? I'll have to check, do my research. I apologize. Because that was in October 20, that was announced in October 21. And then this was announced in February 23, so about 15 months afterwards. So 2025? End of 24? Is that too early for an upgrade? Why are we wishing for an upgrade? I mean, oh my Lord, it's amazing already. We'll wait for that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll wait for that. Yeah, there. Okay. Some Twitch streamer followed me. Very interesting. But anyway, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for those Xbox PC games. Come on, GeForce Now. I'm just checking the GeForce Now chat, behind the scenes chat. See if any announcements, if I missed anything. Scars above. We're all good. Yeah. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've covered it. Ladies and gentlemen, there. As ever, I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Don't forget, if you are interested in Call of the Sea, it's free on Epic Game Store. No excuse. Maybe we should start like a book club. But instead of a book club, a video game club. Maybe I should do that. Maybe we could do it as a stream idea. I'm saying it now. If you see anybody with this idea, yeah, you tell me. Maybe I should do a book club, but like a video game club. Where, using GeForce Now. Maybe I'll get GeForce Now to sponsor me. Yeah. Where each week, a couple of streamers, we get together. We have to go off, like you have to read a book, and then you come back and you talk about what you thought about it. Each week, we have a new game, maybe a selection of games, and we randomly pick. Yes. I don't know why I'm telling you this now. Maybe we'll develop this idea. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. If we do video game, and we can all join in the chat. I could send you off and say, right, next week we'll be discussing Call of the Sea. We should do it as a segment on this show, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this show live, or if you're watching this show a little later, since it's free on Epic Game Store, what I'd like you to do is to go to Epic Game Store, claim Call of the Sea, and let's discuss it on next week's show. Agreed? Put your hand up. Let me count of hands there. Yeah, hit the likes as well. Let me know if you agree. Let's do it. I'm just going to pop to Epic Game Store while I'm here. Okay, so this is your book club video game of the week. Call of the Sea. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Gladius. That's interesting. Anyway, Call of the Sea is free now. So your task for next week is to have a little look at it, have a little play, and then we'll discuss it in the Video Game of the Week section on the show. I quite like that idea. So let's do it. Yeah? And we'll have a little, yeah. What should we call it? What can we call it? I had to do a sort of stupid Dragon's Den pitch today. Shark Tank, if you're in America. I was at an away day. See, I'm using air quotations because we weren't actually away because can't afford to go away. Well, we can, but it gets reported in the Daily Mail, so we can't. So we had an in the office away day, and as part of the fun and games, corporate fun, yay! We were given these bits of bric-a-brac, like just objects from some sort of charity shop. I think mine was a toy train. And then we had to do a Dragon's Den pitch. And I was volunteered to do a Dragon's Den pitch on this plastic toy train, pretending it was, I was looking for, £250,000 for a 5% investment in my company for this plastic train. Anyway, I'm distracted. So the point is, ladies and gentlemen, next week's homework is Call of the Sea. I would love it if you would join in. Everything's all fixed. Just sorted it. Call of the Sea, Scars Above. Is Xbox on GFN conditional? Well, I wouldn't say it's conditional. Oh, I see. Is Xbox on GeForce Now conditional on the... Well, no, it's not conditional. What is conditional is the Activision Blizzard titles coming through. Yeah, because if the deal doesn't go through, Microsoft can't make that commitment. It's Microsoft and Nvidia that has entered into an agreement, and they've entered into it rather than Microsoft saying we promise we'll enter into an agreement with them. They've entered into an agreement with them to bring Xbox PC games to GeForce Now. Yeah, so definitely the Xbox PC games. If the Activision Blizzard deal doesn't go through, then Microsoft aren't necessarily in a position to bring the Activision Blizzard games. But if it does go through, then as I understand it, that's part of the agreement that it would go through. So there we go. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, from what I've seen, the deal is done in terms of the Xbox PC games. And they had to do that deal to sort of demonstrate their commitment to the competition and markets authorities and the EU and stuff like that. That in their mind, apparently they took out Xbox, and we'll talk about it on Monday on the Xbox show, but they took out massive ads about the deal recently. I'm assuming you do lose your games if you unsubscribe. Somebody can talk about that in the chat if they know. Yeah, Death Stranding is on GFN, so I'd love to see Sony published games on the platform too. Indeed. That'd be great, because you can play some of the Sony games on some other cloud services. But it'd be great to see them, especially, given the 4080 again. But you know what Sony's like? They're so precious, as is being revealed by this whole transaction that's going on. And I think they're shooting themselves in the foot, because as Death Stranding looks amazing on GeForce Now, Spider-Man is on Steam and all that kind of stuff. Don't you want people to see your game? I mean, Sony PlayStation, it's all about showing games in the best possible light, creating games for PlayStation that show it off in the best possible light. Do you know what play where games look better than a PlayStation 5? On a top tier gaming PC. Yeah? So if you're all about look at what our developers can do, look at what our in-house team can do in terms of creating these beautiful exclusive games for console, you still got your console exclusivity. It's still driving people to the console. But if you want to show those games off, then the next place to show them off beyond your lovely PS5 is at a top tier PC. And who gives the opportunity for people to play top tier PC games on a top tier PC? GeForce Now. As I've always said, I think publishing developers, it's in their interest to get their games on GeForce Now. They've got nothing to lose. They're not having to pay a royalty out to GeForce Now. And they're giving more people the chance to play their game how they envisaged and imagined their game to be at that kind of top tier. Makes sense to me. So yeah, Death Stranding, Spider-Man, all that, it would look amazing. Horizon, Zero West, whatever, all of that. Bring it on. I mean, Sony begins to look a bit isolated. If, your Xbox PC games are on there, and then if the Activision Blizzard deal goes down, the Activision Blizzard games are on there, GeForce Now. Suddenly Sony are the odd one out. Conspicuous. It's not eating, I would say it's not cannibalizing console sales. Otherwise they wouldn't release the titles on Steam. Like I said, the argument for not having your games on GeForce Now, I would argue is redundant. The argument is, well, we're not sure where cloud gaming is going. We're not sure, blah, blah, blah. I'd say that argument is now redundant. You're not having to pay platform service charges or anything like that. You're already on Steam. You're already paying Steam a cut. Surely opening up your game to a greater market where people still got to buy the game makes more sense. I've said it. Hey, look, I'm not going to apologize for repeating myself about that position in terms of what is the reason not to have your game on GeForce Now? Really? Hey Jay, how are you? Scars looks all right. Grid Legend will be fun to race in the clouds. Free game is epic indeed. So Call of the Sea, ladies and gentlemen, that's your homework. Yay, he can't put his hand up. I didn't have the thing scrolled down, so I missed the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Rowley, yeah, he's also doing it. Okay, pick up Call. Yeah, does look fun. The game advertised on the right looks better. What's Warhammer? Yeah, Warhammer 40,000. Gladius Relics of War. Who was talking to? Somebody was talking to me about Warhammer today in business. Anyway. Yeah, it depends how it plays. Let's have a look, actually. It's only £3.19, the base game. It's a turn-based 4X strategy, so that's like that XCOM. Yeah, is that right? A turn-based 4X strategy, not my cup of tea, set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Wow. I need to know more about... Oh, yeah, I was talking about board games with some executives. That's what it was. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's a turn-based strategy game. Gladius. Base game, £3.19. Might as well be free. Might as well give it away. If we're brutally honest. Why not go there? The chat's not there. Let's go to the studio. Oh, the chat's disappeared. So you need to have Game Pass Ultimate membership in order to play the GPU library on GFN, or will GFN just link to them store and you need to buy its game individually with no... Okay, so it's not at the moment. it's not Game Pass Ultimate that we're aware of. It's not been announced that we're talking about. Yeah. It's just the games that are published, the Xbox PC games. Yeah, so Xbox are building up their PC game library. Many of those games end up on Game Pass. But it's about the games you buy. So exactly the same as, it's just another library, as I understand it, yeah? So some of their games are already on Steam. So things like Halo, Halo Infinite and stuff like that. Basically, they'll tick the boxes for that. And along with Epic Games Store, along with Steam, you'll get the Xbox PC library available. So you still got to buy the games just like you do on Steam, just like you do on Epic Games Store. That's what it is. At the moment, they're not confirming either way whether Games Pass Ultimate will be available or Games Pass. It wouldn't be Games Pass Ultimate. It'd be the PC, Games Pass PC. Ultimate, I know, includes that as well, but do you know what I mean? I wouldn't play Gladius. Scars maybe. See if I can get Grid Legends cheap. Well, okay, just bring Halo Infinite to cloud. Might play it then. Well, it is in the cloud on Xbox Game Pass. In fairness. But yeah. But then maybe you don't want to subscribe to Games Pass. You could buy it and stream it in the cloud via GeForce Now. So that's another way, because the only way to play it in the cloud is to subscribe to Games Pass. So, yeah, it just gives you another option, doesn't it? I hope, as I say, since Halo is on Steam, I hope it's one of the first few games. I mean, we talked about it before on the show. Just pop into the store, the Steam store. Yeah, look. Actually, it's, if you're interested, if you can't wait, well, it might be, actually, I'll tell you what. Talking of Halo, here's a quick tip for you. I'm not assuming Halo Infinite, since it's on the Steam store, it's an Xbox game, it's on the Steam store, so we think it qualifies as an Xbox PC game that will be available to play via GeForce Now. Right now, it's half price, 25 quid. It might be worth the, if you don't subscribe to Games Pass and you want to play Halo Infinite and you don't own it already, it might be worth buying it on Steam. Offer ends 16th of March at 5 p.m. UK time. $24.99, 25 quid, Halo Infinite. It's a lot of fun. Groundbreaking free to play, and the multiplayer is free to play. I didn't know that, actually. But the campaign is well worth it as well, if you like Halo. But yeah, Halo Infinite, it's free to play anyway. Didn't know that. I should try it. I should try the... Oh no, definitely when GeForce Now. That's good to, I should add it to the library so I'm ready for it. Definitely. But if you are interested in the campaign, as I said, why don't you take advantage of the sale? Look, wait until the 16th of March. Okay, so next week. When is the 16th of March? Is it a Thursday? Because we will know. That'd be interesting. I'm just checking my diary, ladies and gentlemen. Let's work this out. The 16th is a Thursday. So if Halo Infinite is the first game, one of the first games available, don't think I don't know any information about it, right? So this is just 100% speculation. There's no inside information. Okay, so that's your caveat there, okay? But, as I said, Halo Infinite could be one of the first games that appears as part of this new deal on GeForce Now, because it's already on Steam, and that was one of the criteria about the games we might see first. I have been hoping that they would announce the first sort of trickle of Xbox PC games since they announced it, so the last couple of weeks. But nothing yet. But we will know by next Thursday whether Halo Infinite is coming to GeForce Now. And then you have until 5 p.m. UK time. So you'll know by 2 p.m. I will know before. Insider trading. I will know before, but there's an embargo on the news. So I can't tell you whether that's the case. But the news goes live at 2 p.m. on Thursday. So if Halo Infinite is in next week's news release, you will have approximately 3 hours in which to buy Halo Infinite campaign at half price. Or go for it now. Go for it now if that, that interests you. But yeah, don't wait until too long. That's all I'm saying. You've got until 5 p.m. next Thursday. You'll know by then if it's coming at all next week within that 3-hour slot. But yeah, the sale ends at 5 o'clock UK time. I'm assuming it's UK time. This Steam is logged into my UK IP address, whatever. It knows what time it is where I am at. Anyway, or just buy it now if you've got a spare 25 quid. I'm curious how the game will play on there, and whether the whole DLSS stuff will be available on it and all that kind of stuff. And you can play at 240 frames per second and all of that. That'd be interesting to see. But anyway, fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed. There we go. I hope it's just Ultimate Game Pass for Ultimate. Sounds look good, makes sense. The value of Ultimate Xbox need bolstering. Imagine Halo on Stadia, game over, Cloud One. Oh, crazy. When the deal goes through, I hope the next day Halo Infinite gets on GFN. Well, the deal's been agreed. That you don't announce a deal until it's signed, unless you have unless it's a sort of a deal memo. But as I understand it, the deal's been signed and they're working on it. That was if you look back on the previous blogs, they basically said they're working on it now. Let's go to previous. So let's just go back historically. I was rounding up. You've got me down an alley of interest here. So let's just remind ourselves, the cloud, NVIDIA and Microsoft announced this week they're working to bring top PC Xbox Game Studio games. I'm just going to highlight that. To GeForce Now library, including titles from Bethesda, Mojang Studios and Activision, pending closure. I think it's the Activision bit, is pending closure of the acquisition. Then it goes, NVIDIA and Microsoft's 10-year deal to bring the Xbox PC library to GeForce Now is a major boost. Here, so this is the thing. Yeah? It's not pending on the deal. Work to bring top Xbox PC game franchises and titles to GeForce Now, such as Halo, Minecraft, and Elder Scrolls, will begin immediately. Xbox Game Studios PC games available on third-party stores like Steam or Epic Store will be the first streamed through GeForce Now. Stay tuned to GFN Thursday. So that's why I was hoping, like, the following week we would see maybe the first game. But obviously they're not quite there yet. So then I was hoping last week. But no, they weren't quite there yet. So then I was hoping this week. But not quite there. But you can see, so this blog was what, from 3 weeks ago? February the 23rd? Just two and a half weeks ago? Yeah, nearly 3 weeks ago. So they're working on it. These things take time because they've got to basically load up the game and make sure it's all kind of tickety-boo and working on all the servers and all the pods already kind of. So it's not quite as straightforward as we always think it is. Oh, it's a PC game, so it's automatic. They've still got to kind of optimize it and upload it. But yeah, so there we are. That's a refresher, ladies and gentlemen. A refresher for you. That's a refresher on the facts. They're working on it immediately, and that was 2.5 weeks ago. So there we go. Activision puts today 2 Call of Duty games to Steam. I can't wait for Call of Duty. You know, I hope the Xbox deal goes through. Xbox Activision Blizzard deal because I'd love to play Call of Duty. Well, I'd like to play it on Xbox and if it comes to Xbox Game Store, Xbox Game Pass. But also, I'd like to play it on GeForce Now. It's like the new Homefront Online, free to play, even free on GFN tier. Any Steam game works on GeForce Now, did back in the day. Yeah. Well, that was when they were first piloting the whole thing. Once it went public and commercial, the bigger publishers took their little step back and went, whoa, 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 let's just see where this cloud gaming malarkey's going, and are we selling ourselves short by just ticking a box? And as I've said a million times on the show, 2 odd years later, it's like, why aren't you on it? Yeah. EA Play $3.99 means I get Battlefield 2040 as well. Not anymore, says Struggle Boxing. Not anymore. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I was all ready to jump off this train a little while ago, but I'd like to think that was a little interesting segue and as I say, a refresher on where we are and why I keep thinking, as I say, wishful thinking / the facts. We will see those Xbox PC games any minute now. Yeah, any minute now. Yay, Struggle Boxing. Good to see you, sir. In beta mode on Shield Anyway, you could up the res to 1440. Could you? Wow. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. Yeah, so come on. So anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap. Definitely that's a wrap. Remember, your homework is to play Call of the Sea, and we will have a video game book club session as part of the GeForce Now Thursday Chat next week. Same time, same place as ever. I'd love you to join us, get involved, and all of that. I'll have that £20 for beef Battlefield 2042. Yeah, so thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Manate. thank you for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. Whether you're watching this live or you're watching on catch up, as many, many people do, which is always great to see that we're getting the message out there. Share, like, subscribe, all of that. Let's get people watching the show, get people involved. Yeah, and all of that. I shall be here on Monday night as ever with the Xbox Monday Night Chat. So much news, Xbox news. Definitely tune in on Monday night, and definitely tune in same time, same place next week for the GeForce Now Thursday Chat. Don't forget your homework. Call of the Sea. Have a wonderful one. Raven Anime is just popping in. I'm off to watch some anime, actually, or Agretsuko, as it were. I suppose it counts as anime. Agretsuko. Do you ever watch Agretsuko? Anyway, I completely missed the fact there was a new season out in February. So my daughter and I are going to be watching that. Thank you, as ever. Bit rambly there. Sorry. Apologise. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you and goodbye.